Hello, and welcome to the final edition of KMVC News for the Fall 22 semester. I'm Tema Olvera. After months of searching, Missouri Valley College's Board of Trustees announced the college's next president.
Valley alum Joseph Parisi is returning to Valley as its 14th president.
The feeling that I get walking on this campus is just irreplaceable. I couldn't be any more honored to be here today and be considered for this next role and responsibility as Missouri Valley's next president.
Before Valley, Parisi worked on strategic enrollment plans, broke student enrollment records, and secured one of the largest athletic-related gifts at Central Methodist University. Student government president Austin Koslanik and his cabinet sat down with Parisi when he came for the student and faculty forums in November.
He's a really nice guy, and Dr. Humphrey's done a lot of great things, and she has a lot of great experiences, and I think it's just going to go really well. I think it's just going to harmonize together.
Parisi starts working with current President Bonnie Humphrey this spring. Parisi will officially take on the role of president in July.
It's like we get the best of both worlds, that he will get to learn from her, and she'll get to help with the transition, and that they will both be resources for us going forward, and I'm grateful for both of them.
Some faculty and students say they are worried about the presidential shift.
Something we can all do for him as well is show him that we are all willing to do everything we can to help him succeed, and that his success is our successes.
Because at the end of the day, we know Valley will roll.
Central Methodist President Roger Drake says he started a nationwide search to replace Parisi. Parisi oversaw admissions, athletics, financial aid, international student affairs, and marketing communication offices at CMU. As the semester comes to a close, Missouri Valley seniors are getting prepared to graduate and embark on new adventures. In an effort to help outgoing students prepare for the work environment and navigate social channels, MVC held a senior employment symposium and etiquette dinner. KMVC's Cody Hohenberger reports.
And that's kind of where extras are coming in, is that
the Senior Employment Symposium serves as a means to educate graduating seniors on different aspects of employment, career choice, and the rights and wrongs of dinner etiquette. The symposium started with handing out business cards and getting professional headshots, followed by two guest speakers, one educating students on social media, the other showcasing his strategy for selecting the best career choice. Guest speaker Darren Woodrup says the goal of his presentation is to help students become aware of their potential as an employee.
We just want them to be as aware as possible of their strengths, of their passions, which we call agilities, what they're good at, what they're interested in doing, and then use that to just explore, not even necessarily find a specific job, but to explore all the opportunities that are out there.
The second half of the symposium included a 4-course meal and presentation on table manners. The meal included soup, salad, steak, and potatoes, with a chocolate mousse for dessert. Academic advisor Beth McCrary says the dinner aids seniors for their future endeavors.
You know, employers will take prospective employees out to eat, and we want to make sure that they've at least had one kind of fancy dinner so that they're prepared and feel a little bit more comfortable in that, and maybe not have quite the nerves as to what am I supposed to do, how's this supposed to go.
The etiquette dinner was also joined by various different wines to help complement each dish. Cody Hohenberger, KMVC News.
The Senior Employment Symposium and etiquette dinner is an integral part of graduating and a big step towards entering the workforce. Missouri Valley College's National Leadership Alliance has 9 days to reach its $6,000 goal.
NLA is selling popcorn to raise money for the Marshall Optimist Club.
So right now we just hit one of the marks of $1,000. So you know what I'm saying? Best popcorn around town. You feel me? It's going to a good cause.
The Optimist Club works with local churches to distribute the funds. They give to mothers and children in need within the community. Half of the funds raised are given back to NLA at the end of the year.
And it goes towards our club, and it goes towards either a kid in need in the club or somebody that needs help, so we give them a scholarship.
This year, NLA sold twice as many tin cans of popcorn.
That's a very big accomplishment because those tins are like $40 compared to the $12 bags that we sell a lot of. But this year we did run into a lot of complications.
NLA couldn't pre-order bags to sell at events and had been turned down at some venues. NLA's faculty advisor, Jamie Goldnaylor, also retired last semester.
Amy Gold, she knew a lot of people in the community, so she was just And if you knew her personality, you knew she could just kind of...
She could sell water to a fish.
Yeah, she sold to everybody and anyone, all the time, 24/7.
Inalé still has $5,000 to raise to reach its goal.
We got a $6,000 goal, you know what I'm saying?
It will be difficult to reach, but we'll get it done.
Realistically, $6,000 is not really attainable. I think it's also...
Get a donation. Come donate.
INLA Executive Director Heather Troth and INLA's new faculty advisor Rachel Ewing have paper and digital order forms. 2 Missouri Valley students alleged they were robbed near campus by an individual in all-desert camouflage. KMVC's Laura Quiero reports.
2 Missouri Valley students were walking to Dairy Queen in a regular evening when a suspicious individual approached them and robbed them at gunpoint. Vice President of Student Affairs Heath Morgan sent a timely warning to all students to avoid a second robbery. Morgan says the Department of Public Safety and the Division of Student Affairs has received notice of an alleged crime or emergency that occurred on or near campus. The incident occurred in the Wood and Houston Bank area on Monroe Street. That's the path that most students take when going to Dairy Queen or other establishments of their interest.
He assaulted us and saying that he has a gun, saying bad words to my friend and me, and he asked my friend to give him all the money he has.
The individual fled on foot to Redmond Street and was last seen on the side streets of Label or Laura.
It was my turn, always saying bad words and I have a gun, and then because of I don't have any money, he put me in my chest, and after that he get my wallet and throw it away.
Both students are now safe and sound. If someone suspicious is seen in that area, contact law enforcement at 911.
Students in need of an escort can contact Public Safety at 660-815-0111. Behind every successful business is a person who faced every obstacle head-on and stayed determined enough to convert their vision into reality. KMVC's Zaire Hardin reports on Entrepreneur Day and the reason behind it.
Entrepreneur Day is an annual event occurring on the third Tuesday of November that honors people who have built an empire from absolutely nothing. Business student J.C. Perez says on what Entrepreneur Day means to her.
Here in Missouri Valley, I'm a marketing major, and for entrepreneurship, it's very close to obviously marketing, but I think it's important to me because entrepreneurship is like where you can start your business, whether it be small or big. And I just think it's really important to recognize those people because they put a really lots of hard work and energy, money, resource, all of this stuff, and I just think it's really important to recognize those people.
Missouri Valley hosted an event to celebrate Entrepreneur Day for entrepreneurs in Marshall and all over. Hot Leaf owner Rebecca Adams says on her products and goals in the future.
So Hot Leaf is a women's camouflage apparel line, and I've had products like bags and like handbags and backpacks and hiking boots, and have had like women's just like outdoor apparel in general, like the jackets and pants and shirts and everything. So, and I've also had like vinyl wraps and like hydro dip, so you could have like wrapped vehicles or just like dip your bow or different things.
Building a sustainable business is not an easy fit. It requires years of patience, hard work, and consistency. Zaire Hardin, KMVC News.
Missouri Valley also celebrates entrepreneurs with the Maastricht Institute of Entrepreneurship. The event, featuring business pioneers from around the world, is hosted in April. Missouri Valley, once again, the site of the opening rounds of the NAIA National Soccer Tournament. The Marshall bracket included the Vikings, Williams Baptist, Madonna, and Cardinal Stritch. Missouri Valley's first round match against 4th-seeded Cardinal Stritch was scoreless into the 82nd minute, when Valley's Kazuki Hashimoto scored off a feed from Niall Rooney. The Vikings held off the Wolves the rest of the way to take the 1-0 win and advance to the Marshall bracket final against Williams Baptist. The Eagles advanced past Madonna on penalty kicks in the second game of the opening round, but the final belonged to the Vikings. Malik Hasanovich scored 3 minutes into the game, and Missouri Valley exploded, for 4 second half goals, including a pair from Jacob Adams and Green's second of the game. Valley advanced to the national site in Decatur, Alabama, with a 5-0 win. The Vikings are the 6th seed in the final field and take on Mobile on December 1st. The Missouri Valley women's soccer team saw its season come to a close in penalty kicks against Embry-Riddle in Prescott, Arizona. Both teams scored first-half goals and then survived the second half and 2 10-minute overtime periods. Embry-Riddle advances to 2 PKs to none to the national site. Missouri Valley missed all 4 of its shootout chances. Valley closes its season with a 15-3-3 record. Nutmegs, tackles, and goals are back for the World Cup 2022. KMVC's Mark Rodriguez reports on how Missouri Valley College has helped students feel like they are a part of it.
Every 4 years, countries from around the world compete in the World Cup of Soccer. This time around, it is held in Qatar. This means games are held in the early hours of the morning and during classes due to the time zone change. Missouri Valley College has set up the Bacon Room in Malcolm to be a viewing room for many of the games during these times. Vice President of Student Affairs, Heath Morgan, says he's happy students can be a part of the event.
Yeah, this is great. This is great for our international community, and just great that they, there's a lot of competition, but it also brings everybody together. So we're happy that we can sponsor something like we're doing here in the Malcolm Center.
Morgan says that students were excited last year when they saw that their countries had made it to the tournament, so he knew Mobile had to do something about it.
And, with our large international population, the World Cup is just prime for all of our guests here at Missouri Valley College. And when I mean guests, our international students.
Mobile freshman Isabella Harp is from Mexico, and she says that MVC did a good job making the games available for students to have fun together.
It's something that everyone feels connected to, and the fact that MVC they put it here at the school, I think it's just a way to gather people and makes everyone just to do something fun.
Harp says that allowing the students to have somewhere to go in between and after classes makes school itself seem less stressful. Mark Rodriguez, KMVC News.
Missouri Valley is showing most games through finals week. The championship game is set to be held on December 18th. With the powerlifting season starting, KMVC's Mark Rodriguez reports on the road to All-American for senior Allison Nally.
Senior power and weightlifter Allison Nally faced a lot of challenges when it came to her sport. This past season, Nally was named All-American for powerlifting, but it didn't come easy. In the beginning of her collegiate career, Nally says the end of her freshman year was canceled.
Freshman year, of course, COVID hit, so we didn't have a nationals. Didn't give me the opportunity to go compete at nationals. I did qualify.
Nally says she was upset she wasn't able to make a run at nationals, but worked hard for her sophomore year, in which a different battle was to be faced. Due to a strained quad, she was on a squat program, which almost allowed her to hold a national record. But the injuries kept coming.
And that didn't happen because I ended up bombing out. I had actually a torn meniscus at the time.
However, last season, Nally was able to finally compete healthy and fulfill her dream of becoming an All-American.
So I came back the following year, which was last year, got the All-American title. It was a big sigh of relief because it's something I have just been working my butt off for.
Through 2 years of COVID and therapy, Nally was ecstatic to see that her hard work hadn't gone to waste. Upon graduating this semester, Nally is going to coach powerlifting at East Central University to continue doing what she loves. Mark Rodriguez, KMVC News.
Nally says she hopes to break the national squat record and outperform last year's version of herself. Repertory Dance Ensemble presents Rock and Rep, Music of Legends Dance Concert. KMVC's Cody Hohenberger reports on what's rocking and rolling in Eccleston-Mabee.
Rock and roll legends and the King of Pop were only a few featured in the latest Repertory Dance Ensemble concert in Eccleston-Mabee Theater. The concert features many of the artists of the past and present day, including hits from Metallica, Queen, Adele, the members of Outkast, and Imagine Dragons. Ensemble dancer Amanda Postlethwaite says she loved being able to dance to songs she wouldn't normally get a chance to.
I love going back and thinking of songs that I've never thought about doing a dance to. Michael Jackson is always something that's amazing amazing to dance to, so that's always like top tier. And then things like Warriors from Imagine Dragons is like always nice too, because that brings like some alternative into it, so it covers a lot of different areas.
Repertory Dance Ensemble began the preparation within the first 2 weeks of the fall semester with pitches for the songs and choreography under the guidance of dance professor Janie Morgan. Morgan says this was a fun show for both the dancers and audience.
But I think this show was fun just because the music was so fun, right? And I think our audience, I would guess, might enjoy the show more than some of ours just because they also know most of the music in the show.
Postlethwaite and Morgan both agreed the concert kept the audience engaged from the personal ties to the music. Cody Hornberger, KMVC News.
The Rock and Rep Ensemble concert concluded the season for Dance Ensemble and was the last concert of the fall semester. And that's all for KMVC News for the fall 22 semester. KMVC News returns in late January with bi-weekly shows through the spring semester. Thanks for watching. I'm Tema Olvera.